The face on Mars, shown in a comic book 18 years before it was discovered. The so-called face on Mars is the most controversial structure ever discovered on the red planet Mars. It's a special feature on the surface of the planet located in the region of Cydonia, and many claim that it looks like a human face. It's estimated to be about 3 kilometers long, 1.5 kilometers wide. Its coordinates are 41 degrees 5 minutes north and 9 degrees 50 minutes east. It was first photographed July 25th, 1976 by the Viking 1 spacecraft. The event immediately attracted the attention of both the public and NASA, which 6 days later issued a statement. Somehow, a great controversy began over whether it was an artificial structure that some people created on the planet Mars, or whether it was a natural geological formation that deceived our eyes. And let's remember that not only was the face discovered there at Cydonia, but we also had pyramids discovered right next to that face. And again, I want to direct you to the playlist I have of the Emerald Tablets, written by Thoth the Atlantean. And Thoth says that in those Emerald Tablets that an exiled general of the Atlanteans was exiled to Mars. His tomb is supposedly under the face on Mars, and his general in the entourage that he had, his generals were buried alongside him in an area of under the pyramids there. So could this be the location? And Thoth says in the Emerald Tablets that it was to be seen from space so that they would know where that general's tomb was. Could this be it? I don't know, but I'm just referring to the Emerald Tablets, what's written there. Very strange. So is it a paradox or a construction by intelligent beings that has been eroded for hundreds of thousands or millions of years? Years later, newer photographs from another angle show that it's a natural formation, but many conspiracy theorists claim that NASA hid and distorted the reality of these images. Now, apart from what exists on the surface of the planet Mars, in the region of Cydonia, whether it's an artificial face or not, we encounter another paradox, as UFO spam reveals in a 1958 comic book entitled The Face on Mars, 1958. In the second issue of Harvey's Comics Carrera series, author Jack Kirby describes how a team of explorers find an artificial structure on Mars that has the shape of a human face. But that is not all. After the group climbs onto the structure, it discovers that the eyes of this construction are hollow and lead to an underground world where there was the final destination of the Martian civilization after an interplanetary war that ended, but already most of the atmosphere was lost, and the few survivors who fled to the underground kingdom there in Mars. All this, of course, is supposedly science fiction fantasy, but they come to some agreement with modern scientists who support this hypothesis that if there was intelligent life on Mars, it would probably be below the surface. And here you can see, of course, the shadows on the first picture, 1976, of the face of Mars. So, recently, physicist Dr. John Brandenburg presented a paper that says nuclear isotopes on the red planet's atmosphere, in the red planet's atmosphere, resemble those of a hydrogen bomb. So there may have been a nuclear attack on Mars based on data collected by NASA's Mars Odyssey. So what do we have here? Does a face on Mars really exist or not? And if so, then how much coincidence can there be in the 1958 comic that depicts a face on Mars 18 years before Viking 1 discovered it and took a picture of it? Could the author's inspiration have been drawn from the archives of a world collective memory, or did he have privileged information that passed to the world in the form of fiction? What do you think about all this? What's your opinion? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.